think that's an okay frame. You think so?
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna tell Instagram that we're on. I think it's going. Honestly,
It says
great.
it's got a time on it.
We don't know how to do this. Okay. Well,
it's kind of an odd spot. That was my phone telling me that you're going.
That my video's up. Oh, good. So hopefully people will be told.
There's one person watching it.
Hello, person. Okay. Well, we should just go. So, since
just scoot closer. Do you have enough room?
You can scoot a little closer. Okay. So since the video of Josh cutting and dyeing this hair went well, now we're gonna do it again, but him and no dye. He won't let me dye it.
No dyeing.
So we have this set. We just got this at Walmart, right?
Yeah.
It was really cheap.
Yeah, why are we showing them?
Well, so that they know like what I'm trying to use. I think it's actual clippers.
It was like super cheap at Walmart.
Yeah.
We got this while we were in Kansas City.
Yeah.
So we had like no money.
Get my drink. You can talk.
Oh, okay. So I think we just got the cheapest ones that had both scissors and
back.
This thing.
This thing? Okay.
This
Are you ready for this? Yeah. Are you gonna do it yourself?
No, I'm not gonna do it myself.
I don't have like a hair tie.
Oh,
your hair out.
That's problematic. My hair is so long that why don't you go grab one? I'm sure there's.
Okay. Entertain them.
Oh, I'm not entertaining.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Tell them how you feel about my hair now.
How I feel about your hair. I don't know. I think it's nice. I like it better than I thought that I like it better than I thought that I originally would like it. I knew that I would like the length. I like short hair. I mean, I prefer her long hair, but I like short hair. But I like the orange better than I thought I would. Like the orange actually turned out pretty well, and it doesn't look as unnatural as I anticipated that it would.
Yeah, it's been fading really nicely. I did like this dye. I feel like it's done a good job.
Yeah, what was it, Arctic Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good suggestion.
Okay.
I had to get my duck face in there. Not really. It's kind of a wimpy duck face.
It's a weird duck face here. You can see. Okay. So.
Wouldn't it be funny if like that one person that says watching is like you?
That would be really funny.
That'd be hilarious. So like this whole time you thought you were addressing one person, but really you're addressing yourself. I mean, that's kind of what taking a video is anyway.
Yeah, that is normally how I go. I just talk to myself. Okay. So what hair do you want? Explain how it's supposed to look.
I don't. It's the same hair that
you always have. Yeah, but like.
My
we're gonna shave down
the sides are shaved. Like
yeah.
The sides, I'll take my glasses off here in a little bit. But like the sides get shaved down, and then this top part will get cut shorter.
Yeah.
Than it is.
Okay.
So I need to take my glasses off, right?
Yeah. So we have questions that people on Instagram, and then whoever's watching, you guys can put more questions in the chat if you want to. That's not where they are. Hopefully more people watch it. I'm deciding if I want to keep this up afterward or if I want to just have it as a live. I don't really know. We'll see. Okay, so let's see what questions we have, and then I'll try to fit your hair into this thing. Where did they go? We screenshotted them. There they are. Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just shivered.
So somebody wants to know how long we were engaged.
Let me see. February, March, April, May, like 3. Wait.
Math is hard.
April, May, 3.5 months.
This is not working.
Like 3 months and 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah. So we were going to be engaged another month, but
we were going to be engaged, for like 4.5 months. But then we found out. So last year we did an internship with the International House of Prayer in Kansas City, and we thought that it coincided kind of like roughly with like school schedule. So because it was like not marketed, but like it was presented as like a 2-semester thing.
So basically,
so we were like, oh, so it probably is gonna start in like August or something like that. So we thought, oh well, June, like we'll give ourselves, like we'll get married like sometime in the June, July time, and then we can have our honeymoon. Then we'll have like 2 or 3 weeks, and we can move. And then we set our date for June 30th, and had
like the date was set. Like
had like
some
our
of
venue booked.
Both the venues were booked. Some of my bridesmaids like had bought tickets and like made travel plans.
Yeah.
And then we got an email, and they were like, "Oh, your internship is actually starting June 13th."
Was it June?
Yeah, it was June 13th.
I thought it was June.
It was in the middle of June. So we had to move the wedding, so we ended up having one less month to plan, and we got married in May.
We got married in May. I thought I started on June 17th. That's good.
Why does that matter?
Well,
okay.
Just it does.
Are we ready for the buzzing?
Yeah, go for it. This is my.
Oh wait, I didn't put a guard on it.
Yeah, it is summer. You want to put whatever the smallest one is, because if you take it all the way, like because my hair is so light.
Oh, you don't want me to try and fade it? You just want me to do the smallest one?
Oh, you can try and fade it, I guess, if you want to.
Yeah, I faded Yusunka's. I did my best friend's brother's hair, and it actually worked out like better than I expected. I can never get this on. Can you get it? Don't you like this? This is really stylish.
It's on, Rachel.
Oh.
Wait.
No, I don't think it is.
There you go. Now it's on.
Okay. Oh man, it's like. Can you actually move a little up? Get closer to
They're getting right. I see like my glasses tan line right there, guys. Is my hat tan line still there?
No.
Yeah. No, it is a little bit.
He played Ultimate Frisbee and he came back with like the most defined like hat tan line.
I usually take my hat off when I play Ultimate because no one really cares what your hair looks like when you're all sweaty. But I just left it on for some reason, and I had a very pronounced hat tan line.
All right, the moment is here. Goodbye, hair. Oh my gosh, your hair has gotten so long. That's kind of gross.
Why is that gross? It's just hair.
I don't know. Hair kind of like weirds me out a little bit. Not like when it's on the head, but like after that. I don't know if anyone else shares that. Like after it's off. Okay, did I get the smallest one? Yeah, I guess I did. Okay.
I don't. They have numbers.
Yeah, I just look at them.
Why does it seem like longer than you?
No, it just seems like really short. But it always feels like this because your hair gets so long, and then when I like try anyway, when you try and cut it, it suddenly is like shocking in difference. Okay, somebody asked what our favorite pastimes are.
Favorite pastimes?
Yeah.
Goodness. I think that mine changes. Like historically, just like throughout the entirety of my life, I have always really enjoyed reading. I'm a big reader. I go through now in my adult life because I like have to use my spare time to like deal with adulting things. I read kind of. I almost used the word spurtatiously, but that's not a word.
Like in spurts?
That's what I was trying to condense it into one term, and it went really badly.
That's okay.
But yeah, so like for example, there was like I think a period of time over this past year, in like 3 months, I think I read like 14 books. But then I've only read 2 books in the past, over the summer I've only read 2 books. So that's kind of something but most of my pastimes kind of ebb and flow depending on who like I spend time with. Like I've played a lot of Ultimate Frisbee this summer because I've been hanging out with her brothers a lot. And where we live, Wilmore, Kentucky, has so you have to put this front part right there on first, and then you snap the back down.
Okay. This is how you do it, guys. Nope. That's not how.
You are struggling.
I don't know why it's so hard. Okay.
There you go.
Thanks. So you've been playing a lot of Ultimate Frisbee recently? Yeah,
I've been playing a lot, and I was saying that they the college that's down here, Asbury University, a lot of people that are they either went there or like some of the professors, and people who just live in the surrounding areas to play. Like we have a big 40 or 50 people come play Ultimate at the park here, and we'll like divide it up into multiple teams and play games. I'll actually be playing that later. It'll be my last time playing for the summer before we move.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that a lot. I got really into disc golf, so I'm working on my disc golf game. Other things, when I was in college, I was on a hall with a bunch of media communications guys, and they're all big movie and like television like
movies.
fanatics, and really go into analyzing it. So I grew to really appreciate movies during that time. So I really like watching movies, and I don't know, I just enjoy hanging out with people. I write music a lot too. So I haven't been over this summer because I don't have any of my recording set up. Wow, my recording setup. Wow, that was terrible. I'm sorry, guys.
I hate it in English when you like have the situation where you have to use the same word twice, like in a row.
But a lot of my recording stuff isn't really set up, so I haven't been able to write nearly as much as I would like to. But yeah, that's a couple of mine. I probably, like I said, I kind of do a lot of things.
Yeah.
To varying extents. So.
What are my pastimes? I like reading too, but I feel like we are kind of in a similar boat. Like I read a lot when I was a kid. Then when I went to school.
Then when you had to like read for school.
Yeah, well, like all the time I had
to
spend reading has been spent like reading school books and all that. But sometimes I still get into reading like a good fiction book.
You just finished or you just read a couple of the ones from that new Cornelia Funk.
It's
Funke.
She's German. Yeah, I did just read a couple books.
That doesn't help me to say like German because I'm like all I think of German is like
Stop.
And there's no.
I apologize if anyone ever watches this who speaks German.
I'm just saying, like when I was in elementary school, we had to sing "Silent Night" in German. Let me tell you, least peaceful song in German ever.
Yeah, singing in German might be a little. Yeah,
and I've heard like German. Like, okay, well, that's not fair. I was about to say I've heard German metal bands that sounded really good. But, okay, it's metal, so.
Your hair is funny like this.
I can't see it.
Oh,
blindness.
Glasses.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me to think about like waking up and like not being able to see properly.
Oh yeah,
like, I'm really sorry about that.
That's real.
Okay, this is not. That side looks really good. This side is a little
So what are your reading?
So my pastimes. Yes, I like reading.
Anyway, I was saying you
read that.
Music. You read The Reckless.
Yes, that was a really good series. I think I posted about that on Instagram. I like music, listening to music and playing music and watching YouTube videos about musicians. I like watching YouTube videos and making them, obviously.
That's right. You did do a lot of that stuff with Phineas.
Yeah.
Watched a lot of that Phineas stuff. Listen to that podcast.
I like podcasts. Mostly though, I like podcasts now because I've been doing DoorDash and it's really boring. So I started like listening to more podcasts. And it's actually interesting because you can learn so many things. Like I feel like I'm not wasting my time at work, if that makes sense, because it's like educational. I'm actually learning things. So that's been pretty fun recently. What do we do together?
Together?
We like to play games. We didn't talk about
that.
We do. But both of us really like board games.
We love board games. I feel like I don't even consider it a pastime because it's become so innate to play games.
It's just your personality.
We just play games all the time. Yeah. We played a game with my sister last night when she was over. We played Pandemic, ironically. Fun game.
Yeah. So those are we watch TV shows and movies. Both of us like movies, so sometimes we watch things together.
Yeah, we watch TV shows together.
Oh my gosh, I can't get this. We like going to coffee shops. Obviously, right now it's
I love coffee. That's true. Coffee is kind of a hobby.
Coffeeing. Now it's
coffeeing.
Yeah, we love coffee, so we like going to especially local coffee shops. We're very excited that we're moving to a new place full of like entirely new local coffee shops that we've never tried before. Which, speaking of which, somebody asked why we're moving.
Why are we moving?
I've been posting about moving, but I guess it wasn't clear on my Instagram.
You can answer that. It's primarily you.
Yes. The main reason is because I'm going to grad school. So we're moving to Virginia Beach. It's kind of scary to like talk and do this. I'm afraid I'm gonna wreck his hair.
Well, just focus on keep your eyes on.
That'll make the video funny though.
No, that would make the video terrifying.
Okay, so just sorry. I I don't know how to do live yet, so I'm like looking at what the words and numbers mean. Anyway, so we're moving because I'm going to Virginia Beach to go to grad school. I'm going to be studying clinical psychology and getting my doctorate. And yeah, that's the biggest reason. I
That's
applied
like the
to.
primary
That's
reason.
the reason. That's the reason. I applied to several different schools, which I'll probably make a video about this, like the whole grad school application process, because it was like a whole thing. It's very long, but basically wherever I ended up deciding to go to school is where we were going to move after our internship. So that's why we're moving, and we're moving in how many days? Like 4?
Number of days?
5?
No.
5.
5 is today the 9th? Yeah.
Yeah, that's really scary.
5 days. We move on the 14th.
Yeah.
And we have packed up our television.
Yeah.
And our instruments.
Yeah. So, we're starting.
Yeah.
It's fine. Josh and I are like different. I'm a last minute packer. He is like a way in advance packer.
Unfortunately, we did not get to do my way
this time. Yeah. Last time we packed a little more in advance for you, but not as much as he wanted.
Didn't really count.
Yes, by the way.
It was like 3 weeks out, and I was like, well, let's start packing. And Rachel was like, what? We have like 2 weeks till we need to pack. And I was like, excuse me?
I think maybe it's because I don't like having too much stuff. And so like, I'm just like, well, most of the stuff that I have in general, I'm going to like use pretty regularly. And so why would I want to like pack it up? Because,
I still might use stuff, but
exactly.
like, stuff
I hate using stuff like in boxes and
I just
like,
got hair in my mouth.
I'm sorry. Or like in suitcases and stuff. Like whenever I've been on multiple cross country trips and I've packed for all of them pretty much like the night before because I can't pack my toothbrush and stuff yet because I need that. So I just wait.
Yeah, but you put it in a toiletry bag.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've just always been so busy that I haven't really had that much time. I don't know. I don't know why, okay? I've just always been like that.
Yeah.
And it's always worked. I don't usually forget too much stuff.
Yeah, so anyway, that's why we're moving. I said it was the primary reason, but that's the sole reason.
It is
we wouldn't be moving to Virginia Beach if not to go to Region.
Yeah. Well, now they know where I go to school. That's okay. All right, so.
Oh, awkward.
It's fine. I hadn't decided yet if I was going to tell them, but now I'm going to tell them. So, okay. Let's see.
I apologize. Me saying that was awkward.
By the way, if you guys want to put more questions in the, what is that called? The chat. Then you can ask us whatever. Are there even
people?
What? Yeah, there's people.
I can't.
Yeah, you can't read the numbers, but there's people. Okay, so Alyssa wants to know what's her favorite quality about each other.
Our favorite quality about each other.
Yeah, like your favorite quality about me and my favorite quality of you, I think.
My favorite quality about you. You just have this quality.
Stop.
Friend's joke. But I suppose that joke's in reference to homosexuality, so that doesn't really work.
But what?
What is my? I sidetracked myself. My favorite.
What do you like about me? It doesn't have to be your absolute favorite. Like just some things. That
yeah. I like. There are a couple things. I'm trying to think of like the best way to word the one I'm particularly thinking of. That I'm thinking of in particular.
There are more qualities that we've talked about this question actually in our marriage Q&A video. So
I think
there's more.
I think just determination has always been so like specifically in the aspect of like when you decide to do something.
Yeah.
That.
I'm gonna move this.
Like actually. You don't necessarily become tunnel visioned.
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes you become tunnel visioned, but like not in a bad sense. In a sense of like that's what it is. Rachel has a great deal of follow through. So like when Rachel starts something, I don't know of very many things that Rachel has chosen to start that she hasn't like finished or seen to the end.
Yeah.
Or like seen to a reasonable end.
Yeah, actually, sometimes quitting things is something I have problems doing.
Yeah, that's actually we're trying to make her into a quitter, guys. So.
Just like having, knowing when to say no to something, or like that. Yeah, like when
we're
is
talking
it
about my favorite qualities about you, not the
Okay.
kind of things you need to,
work on?
have to have like healthy relationships.
Did you have any more?
Well, it was favorite.
It was just one.
quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just giving one.
Okay.
I had to buy my book.
They can watch. They can watch the other video if they want more. What are my? I don't know. I think.
When's it? Backstretch break.
Okay. Thumbnail.
Yeah.
I think my favorite quality. Oh my gosh. So far, by the way, the hair seems to be going okay. But
I maybe one of the benefits of not being able to wear, like not being able to see while you're getting your hair cut, so you just kind of have to trust that what the other person is doing is like gonna work out in the end.
Yeah.
You don't stress out till like your hair is a mess.
I'm gonna try not to ruin it. I like that.
Do you need to wet my hair?
I'll probably wet it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that you are so supportive of the things that I do. In general, like with school and with YouTube and with like job stuff.
Yeah, but that's not a quality about me.
Yeah, it is. That you're a supportive
quality
person.
about that's a quality about me.
Yeah, I just feel like you. I mean, I don't really know what anybody else's experience other than mine is with your like supportiveness, but yes,
I'm
I just
super
feel like,
supportive.
Yeah, I just feel like you're very encouraging of like my ideas, and you also give ideas.
I hate him. She's just staring.
We're watching dogs.
She's staring at either.
I don't know what she's staring at.
She's just like, it looks like she's staring at the staircase.
I think we should leave it like this. Turn your head and see. It's just.
I can't even see
It's
you.
just a lot.
I want in on this joke.
It's just that like the top. I got the sides down, but the top is just like a mop.
I think I look great. I'll just wear my hair like this.
That's it. The video's done, guys. Oh my god.
I'll dye the front like blue.
There we go. Now you can be in a band, in a boy band.
In a band.
Or like a weird emo boy band. Yeah.
Hey,
all those other bands you've been in.
Emo's coming back.
Emo's
coming back.
Weird hair. Yes. Anyway, I just appreciate that. I feel like you are supportive of all my creative ideas and willing to be in all my videos. And yeah, that's something that I like. Okay. All right. I'll get another question.
An outro question.
Ouch. Someone wanted to know why you decided to start making videos, which I guess is like mostly
directed
towards
you, yeah.
Yeah. So I have wanted to do a YouTube channel for a while now. I started like thinking or mentioning it every now and then, like several years back. But I just never did. I think it was like partly because I was really busy at the time I was in college, and I just didn't really have time to like take on more things. But also I just like didn't want it to like not work out. Like I didn't want to be that person that has like a failed YouTube channel, or like who starts making a channel,
which
and,
is like 90% of people.
And yeah, and then it like never takes off, and like I don't know. I just like I think I have problems with like fear of failure, like of my ideas like not being successful, and so it was like better, in my opinion, at the time to just kind of not do it. I was also kind of like intimidated by the learning curve involved with starting a YouTube channel. Like I didn't really know anything about filming videos. I had never edited a video ever in my life, so there was just like a lot of like figuring out new things that was like kind of stressful, especially at the time when I didn't have a lot of extra time to spend on it. So by the way, if you're like a hairstylist and you're very concerned by the way that I'm doing this, I apologize.
The hair you're cutting off is like sticking to the stubble on my chin. It's really annoying.
I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah.
Hey, I see a blob on the screen I didn't see prior.
A blob? Somebody says something about a crab. I don't know. Anyway, so I feel like yeah, that was the biggest thing, was that I just did like kind of put off starting my channel for a really long time. So it's something that I wanted to do, and I had a lot of different videos I wanted to make and interests and stuff. And then this past year, I said like, okay, this summer when we move, like that's when I'm gonna start my channel. And then we ended up moving back here in Kentucky, which was not expected. And then my best friend, Vadia, who I've done a couple of collabs with, and she started her channel on about a little bit before me. And she was like, oh, like you have to start yours. Like you can borrow my camera. You can like do this and this. I'll help you learn how to edit. And I was like, this. Oh wow, I just like couldn't talk. Suddenly I just like didn't have any excuses anymore, basically. Like I just needed to like do it. And so I did it. And yeah, that's how I started making videos. I would, oh my gosh. I'm hoping to make more like school content and like psychology and stuff like that as I like go into school. I think it would be really cool to like keep making just like random lifestyle videos and stuff, but also have a platform to kind of like make psychology and mental health and stuff like that more accessible to people, and talk about it in like everyday normal person language instead of like school language with like big words that just like kind of like people don't really have access to. And yeah, so we'll kind of see how the channel grows and stuff and changes over time, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. Okay, this is like doing okay.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, also like the cicadas. I don't know if you guys just heard some smacking in the window behind this laptop, but like the cicadas are out right now, and they are the dumbest insects on the face of the planet. Like 4 of them had just gone headlong into the window.
Okay, my sister wants to know, and this has been requested. This was actually requested on our video where I asked you questions, girls are too afraid to ask guys, but like we never got to it, and she like has asked it a couple of times since then.
Have I answered this question?
No,
okay.
This isn't a remained an unanswered question. That's why she keeps asking it, because we didn't get to it. She wants to know why guys are so obsessed with Wendy's. I guess all the boys in her life like Wendy's, and she doesn't know why.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I like Wendy's too. But you know what we really like? Not just Wendy's. Boys like 4 for $4. That's like really cheap. What we like. We like cheap. This is also like why a lot of guys, if you're from southern regions of the United States, especially the Southeast, y'all like Cookout. That's like, I just like getting a lot of food. They'll fill me up and not having to pay a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and like Wendy's is like also nicer than McDonald's.
True.
So like not only can I get food cheaper at Wendy's when I get a 4 for $4, it tastes better than McDonald's. So like win-win. I think that maybe that's why like guys like Wendy's, but like as far as like guys in general, I don't. Maybe are you having trouble?
Yeah, but it's okay. Go.
Maybe just a lot of guys just like Wendy's for the same reason as that. You're not gonna buzz the top, are you?
No, I'm just gonna get the back.
Maybe for the same reason I do, is I would assume is that guys just like getting that food for cheap, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's like the primary reason probably, is that guys tend to like, I don't want to say that like a hater might say that their taste buds are undiscerning.
A hater.
But that's not true, because I do a lot of cooking. I feel like my taste buds are reasonably discerning.
Yeah.
But also, like, I just enjoy food that I don't have to pay a lot for. Yeah. And it's nice to get chicken nuggets and a sandwich and a drink and fries and pay $4 and like 20-some cents for it. Like that's, I just feel like I don't know. People can hate, but
I don't think it's
baller
that
status right there.
I don't think it's that your taste buds are undiscerning. I think it's more that like,
I'm just saying like fast food haters would be
that
like,
your priority.
How can you eat that garbage?
Well, your priority is not the same as like my priorities whenever I'm like getting food.
Yeah, but your priorities whenever you're getting food is to not eat gluten.
Well, okay, that's true. That's like the number one. But then like I would rather pay more for like healthier food. I'm not like always trying to find like the cheaper food, you know?
Well, I'm not always trying to find like the cheaper food either. It's just that when I'm in a mood to get food for cheap, I go to Wendy's.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, or I might go to like it depends on what I think is cheap at the time. Like sometimes I'll be like, I just kind of want like a really good burger that's not that much. I'll go to Five.
Five Guys is
Five
really
Guys
good.
is bomb.
Dude, I want Five Guys. Let's go.
Oh, we're not going to Five Guys.
Just kidding.
Now.
We have
the closest Five Guys is like 45 minutes from here.
Yeah, dang. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. We're house sitting. By the way, I didn't know that, but that's why this kitchen is like not our normal kitchen because we're house sitting.
And that's all we're going to disclose. Because
I'm not going to tell them the address of the house we're at. Okay, anyway, I also have a question. This one is probably more directed to you. But how do you know when a guy is asking you out versus like just wanting to be friends and hang out? Does that make sense?
I feel like, okay. I think that if you're unclear about whether or not you were asked out, you weren't asked out, you know?
Okay. What about those guys though that are like kind of don't really like? Don't
give them the benefit of like acting like you were asked out when you weren't. Like, and this goes guys and girls. Like something like that. Like you're making a very clear relationship shift. So like there needs to be a very clear conversation that happens in accordance with this shift.
Yeah.
Like this is like one of my main issues with like the idea of like just talking or like being like friends with any levels of benefits. Doesn't necessarily have to be like sexual.
Right.
Like that. Like let me gather my thoughts so that half of what I tell you guys isn't the word like.
Oh, my ring is backwards.
Oh, yikes.
I hate when that happens.
Essentially, the issue is that you are, because one or both of you is uncomfortable with actually trying to define your relationship, you allow your relationship to coalesce into like this embodiment of what would be a defined relationship, except no one's had the discussion about what it is. No one has said like, yeah, we're dating, or no, we're just friends. And so like you like start doing things that like dating people would do, but because there's no like low level commitment of dating, like then things happen such as, oh, I pay for my own food if I'm the girl, when I or I don't know, you're not dating, you're just friends, but like you cuddle. Like I'm not gonna lie, guys, that's kind of weird. Like you just admit what it is and move on with your life. Because if one person isn't comfortable with actually putting a label on the relationship, that means that they're not comfortable with being attached to you. And that's not something that you have time or energy to put up with. Just only deal with people who are okay with having themselves like attached to you in some manner, or like having their name in the same sentence as you. If they don't want people to think like, oh, you're dating so and so, okay, well you don't need to be hanging with them, like that's their problem. If they have an issue with you, then they can take that up on their own time. So that's kind of how I feel about that. If you don't know if this guy has asked you out or not, then you're just gonna act like he hasn't. And like force him to actually come out and ask you out, or just have the conversation and be like, hey, if you like him, you could be like, hey, I like you, and I'm kind of uncertain where this is going, but you need to if you don't like me, you need to say it right now. Or if you do like me, let's go ahead and get this dating thing going on, because I'm not about wasting time,
Yeah. I agree. So if a guy...
That sounded way more emphatic and mad than I intended it to be. I'm trying not to move my face or talk with my hands.
So if a guy...
Well, I am moving my face. I'm trying not to move my head or talking with my hands. He says as he moves his head.
I'm raining hair down.
Yeah, you're rubbing my face. It's kind of weird.
Well, I was trying to get the
I'm
hair off.
trying to talk and you're like, yeah? Uh-huh.
Okay. So if a guy is like, we should, do you want to go hang out sometime, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of what.
If a guy says, let's hang out, or like,
Yeah.
hey, like there are a number of friends of mine who are girls that I went and got food with, and it was just the two of us, and we weren't out on a date. Like me asking you to like, there's a difference between asking someone out on a date, like to a nice restaurant, like, do you want to go out sometime, or like, hey, would you like to go and get food sometime? And it's like clearly like a premeditated kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas like mine would be like, I don't know, like one of my friends, like we went and got Cracker Barrel because we had some form of bet or something like that, and I lost. And part of the deal was that I took her to I like bought Cracker Barrel for her.
Yeah.
But like that, we weren't on a date at Cracker Barrel. Like,
I feel like intentionality is definitely a big part of it because you know, if a guy would come up,
I bought food for any number of friends of mine that were girls without any kind of romantic feelings being there, just because I'm a cool dude. Okay.
Well, I just feel like, shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, there's been plenty of times that
Goodness gracious.
yeah, you had a lot of hair, so it's like everywhere. But if a guy was like, hey, like, do you want to like go and, you know, get some food or something on Friday, or like, you know, you're like, oh, okay, this seems like, unless you know for sure that your relationship is very platonic, like that's probably an indication that it might be a date, and you might want to clarify that.
Yeah. Especially if it's on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
And
if
like,
it's on date night, like, and it seems like, especially if they're acting awkward. Like,
yeah, and it's like in advance. Like most friends aren't just like, and they don't say it like that. They're not like, do you want to like, you know, go get some food or something on Friday? It's like, you know,
but you can always
have plans
ask
this weekend. Like,
you could always ask, like, you know, if someone's like, hey, do you want to like go and get food on Friday? And you're like, yeah, and you're like, we're like, okay, so is this like,
just to be clear,
is this like getting food on Friday, like hanging out, or is this like getting food on Friday, like we're going on a date?
Right.
Like, obviously, if you're asking that question, my assumption is that like you feel one way or the other about it. You're either okay with it being a date or not. So if they're like, well, I was thinking it was just a date, or like I was thinking we were just hanging out as friends, then you can be like, cool, we're hanging out as friends.
Yeah.
And if they wanted it to be a date, maybe, but that scared them away, like that's their problem. Like they need to kind of like, you don't need to get involved in trying to interpret their inability to ask you questions directly.
Yeah. So do you want it to be shorter than this on the top or longer?
Sorry guys, I have to kind of use you as a mirror here. Why does my hair have kind of like a reddish tint to it?
It's probably just the lighting.
Is it cut unevenly right here on this side?
Let me see. Well, I can't see at this angle. Like right here?
Right here.
I mean, I can work on evening it up a little bit more, but I was mostly just asking about the top length.
I don't know. It looks. What the heck kind of comment is that?
What? A crab? I don't know. It's probably a bot.
Okay.
Longer?
I got hair in my eyes.
Oh.
No, I think what do you mean longer?
I mean shorter.
Yes, cut it longer. No, I think it's fine.
Okay, so I'll just make sure it's like it's even. I'm gonna get it a little wet. I'll see. I'm kind of dripping water. I apologize. Okay. Let me get another question.
I got hair on my nose. This is the worst.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here.
Someone wants to know favorite movies and TV shows.
See what we're working with. Favorite movies and TV shows? Favorite TV show of all time? Check.
Yeah.
That's number one on both of our lists.
The same. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
it. Then we need to get you a mirror.
I'm trying to look at. Guys, got hair all over my head. I don't know how I feel about this.
That's kind of spicy. You want me to just cut this down?
I don't know how I feel about just that whole thing, like going up to the part. It doesn't. Is that supposed to be the fade?
What? No, it's faded. Like, just I cut it shorter. I mean,
it's just like you just didn't go up as high on my head.
Oh,
as
I
I
think that's higher.
thought that you were. Well,
I don't know.
definitely you need to go higher on this side.
Okay.
Because this is the side of my part.
Okay.
So like if you don't go higher, then like you know that thing that my hair does
Where
where
it
it
flips
flops down on the side?
Yeah.
That's because the part what you didn't go high enough.
So like right here, you want it to just be all.
My natural part, I think, is like
Yeah,
right.
I see it. So you want this hair to just be buzzed.
You want to go up to the natural part, yeah.
Okay. So
Because otherwise I have to fight with it.
So favorite
shows.
Favorite shows.
Well, Chuck is my #1 all-time favorite show.
Why?
Just because it's fantastically written. The acting is so good.
I agree.
I already said I love the writing. I just love the characters, and I feel like the storyline remains fresh throughout the whole thing, even though it's kind of one of those ideas that it can be like a lot of shows have like really great ideas. And then they get kind of like played out within the first 1 or 2 seasons, and you're like, oh, well, this is the premise of the show. Was like this is a thing about the character, and now you're kind of curious. For example, Stranger Things. I'm interested to see where Stranger Things goes, because like the whole premise of the show was that, like, I'm sorry if this is a spoiler for some of you guys, but it's been out for 4 years now, so suck it up. Like 11 has like opened up, like basically caused a rift between like 2 different dimensions.
Right.
And now like the Mind Flayer / Death Organ is like, this is all season 1 stuff, guys.
This just sounds like super nerdy if you don't
has,
like the show.
Has like is like trying to take over the world, right? And like it has occurred now twice where like the same basic plot line, like they stop him, you know? Right. Like they have to now find a way to diversify, because every season cannot be, oh, you thought the upside down was sealed away?
It's not.
Surprise, it's not.
Yeah.
Like kind of thing. And maybe they could, you know, like they do open the possibility of that in the 3rd season. I won't go into the details of it. They did give themselves a little bit of leeway with the writing. But Chuck is one of those shows where like the character gets the intersect. But then after Chuck, like it points in the show where Chuck does not have the intersect.
You never told him what the intersect
Or the intersect does not function properly. The intersect was downloaded into his brain. It's basically a joint CIA NSA database that gets downloaded and encoded into his brain through an intersect program. This is all season 1 stuff. And well, I'm trying to not use any information.
Yeah, we want them to watch it.
Basically, though, like in other seasons, like obviously there's the intersect is not always static throughout the entire show, and like
it makes
it like you like his character enough that you really don't care if he has the intersect or not. You kind of just want to know what happens in like his life. Yeah. So that's it. They did a very good job of writing that, and yet again, that's great character development and fantastic acting. What great acting is in that show, because it's really honestly a pretty low budget show. Yeah. And you can't tell. Well,
every now and then you can
tell. There is a specific scene that you can definitely tell, but I won't.
Okay. Other shows that we like?
West Wing.
Yeah. West Wing.
Quality right there. If you guys haven't seen West Wing,
How I Met Your Mother. See
it. How I Met Your Mother is not one of my favorite all-time shows. Oh. I really enjoy watching How I Met Your Mother. You know how we're watching New Girl right now? Yeah. I actually like New Girl more than How I Met Your Mother. More hair in my mouth.
Sorry. I like How I Met Your Mother more, but that's
well, you haven't even seen all of New Girl, so you aren't really qualified to make that evaluation.
At the end, I'll say one way or another. Favorite movies?
Favorite movies. Obviously all the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
A Knight's Tale. Although I should say I'm an original trilogy guy.
Okay.
I just get hair in my mouth because I'm talking.
I think it's looking pretty good. Do you think it's looking good?
A Knight's Tale.
And
a great Heath Ledger movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I really like Heath Ledger movies. I really like 10 Things I Hate About You. That's a classic.
Yes, yeah, that is Heath Ledger. Yeah, I was thinking about
The other
How to
guy.
Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, that's also a good movie, but
What's Matthew McConaughey though?
yeah.
Serendipity is still my favorite chick flick ever.
It's a good one.
Let me think. What's another like standalone movie? Oh, Forrest Gump for the longest time has been one of my favorite movies. Though I kind of have mixed feelings about that now that Tom Hanks sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he always sucked. We just didn't know. So
Silver Linings Playbook is one that I've always liked.
That's a pretty good one.
Oh, Baby Driver. That's a really good
Never
movie.
seen it.
I know. I need
Never
to show
seen
it
it.
to you.
Oh, good. Oh, goodness. I want to say Grapes of Wrath, but that's not.
Grapes.
It's something. The story of or whatever happened to Gilbert Grape or something like that. It's one of Leonardo DiCaprio's like early movies.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So good. Super good.
Grapes of Wrath.
I just thought because it was grapes, you know.
Did you ever have to read what's that movie where the kids like kill each other on the island?
Lord of the Flies?
Lord of the Flies, yeah. Did you have to read that for school?
The book? Yeah.
Yeah, go
Yeah, I
ahead.
did.
I hated that.
I liked V for Vendetta when we watched that.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It was a little too real. Not gonna lie. So
yeah, especially like the way that movie portrays the way that the media like skews the way they tell events. Like
also just like literally. Let me preface this by saying that I do not believe that COVID-19 is a government conspiracy. I simply believe that politicians have no boundaries and don't know when to not politicize things.
Yeah.
Same with the media. But like it was a little bit like I had to kind of pause the movie and take a couple minutes when like they like uncover in V for Vendetta that like the government, oh gosh, I can't. Well, I've already kind of spoiled it. That the government is like the one who released the like the virus on England to like take it over and then like make all the people compliant. And then they are like then they created the antidote for their own virus and stuff like that. And what I was just like, yeah, this was a little too well written. Like
sorry about the hair in your face.
Gosh, it's awful.
I know. It's almost done. Okay, I think that this is pretty good. It's like I think it's very well blended. Like oh well that's personal. But like I think you'll have less.
Sharknado? Kidding.
I've never seen that.
This is really funny. They're amusing movies to watch.
I don't think you'll have as much problems with your hair like not cooperating because it's like more blended.
Okay.
Like and I cut it up higher and I blended it up like on the sides more. Usually it's more like straight, you know?
How could I forget? The Matrix.
Oh yeah, you were just talking about that the other day.
So good.
Those are good.
So
I feel
good.
like I recently watched a movie that I was like, wow, like that was an excellent movie. But honestly, I don't remember what.
Well, I showed you The Matrix.
Yeah, that was a little while ago.
I don't think you've seen the third one yet.
Yeah, we watched them all.
We did watch them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it the Dark Knight trilogy that you didn't watch the last one?
Yeah, I haven't watched the last of that one yet. Those are good.
So
I liked the second one of that.
So good. Please don't do that.
Oh,
you're pushing hair right down.
Oh, I was trying to get the hair off. Okay,
Yeah,
well, I think that this is good. You wanna like turn your head and give them a closer view of it.
Good job. What is this front hair doing here?
I don't know. Did I mess
Oh,
it
was
up?
no, it was.
It was
pieces.
uncut.
Gosh, goodness
You need
gracious!
To take a shower.
Yeah, I do need to go take a shower. Yeah. Okay.
Good?
It looks good, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, people, for chilling in. I've seen people chilling in. What?
Chilling in. Wow.
Well, dropping in. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you for dropping in. I've seen people like coming and going, so I think people kind of like came by. It was an open house event. I think that I'm gonna post this. We'll have to take a different thumbnail, and I'll like make an actual thumbnail. But I think I'll post it because I'm sure like a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people want to see the sequel to the other hair cutting video, but like we're on
This
right
makes
now.
me think of that like script reading that we saw of Chuck,
Oh, where he was
where
like
they were doing the
dancing.
donating.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen that, but they've had a lot of
What's
different
that?
shows recently that have had like
who's-
table readings.
Yeah, who is it that is doing that?
I don't know. It's sponsored. Like they're raising money for Feed the Hungry, I think. But
It's not the entertainment. It's who the heck
Navadia
is
sent
it?
us hearts. Okay.
Hearts back.
Anyway, yeah, there's been a lot of shows that have done that, like sit down and like read through an episode during COVID over like Zoom and stuff. Anyway, why are we talking about that? Oh, because you were dancing.
Because I was doing the like point, and they were like donate.
I'm hoping it did. We'll see once he like showers and tries to style it.
Please don't stop.
Stop. Okay.
You're hurting my shoulders.
It's like you had a sunburn or something.
No, I just have a bunch of hair that fell down in there, and every time you do that, it just like pricks me.
I know. Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in on our first live stream. Hopefully, I will get better at these. I don't really know how to live stream yet, but I will. But thank you for all of your support, and I will see you in Wednesday's video. That will be actually edited and not as chaotic as this. Yeah. Okay, you want to say bye?
Bye.
Okay.